Yo, what is going on, everybody?
Hey.
It is Pixel Partners, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. When we left off, we're tearing apart Iris' testimony piece by piece.
Quote
we got
unquote.
the fucking pendulum with the bridge thing going on.
Iris.
And yes, all of a sudden, Phoenix has decided to eat this, which I wasn't even thinking of at any point in time. I was thinking, you know, she was on the fucking, what the, how about a... But I guess that makes sense that she's trying to speak for Iris when it wouldn't be Iris there, but... It still complicates things of that would mean that Maya isn't locked down there anymore, and maybe that's why the extra rocks were added.
No matter who is possessed, it's still Dahlia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I wonder if that's why the extra rocks were added, is to make sure they couldn't go in there to be like, oh, Maya's not there anymore, because Maya's right here.
But I don't think that's Maya.
Who else would it be?
Dahlia.
Well, I'm saying, who would the body be?
Iris.
I don't think so. Anyways, let's eat Dahlia out there. I never thought I'd have to utter your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Though, then again, well, no, she was executed. So I was like, she's faked a death before.
No.
But she was executed in prison this time, so.
Yeah,
It's been
officially.
a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
Huh. It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. You know, including the fact that she's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
Bitch.
I just want to say,
Bitch.
it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
Bitch!
Yeah.
The honor's all mine, bitch.
No, the honor's not mine, bitch.
Oh, man, I'm glad you kept that going.
Yeah, of course.
But according to this,
Aw, bitch.
You know?
Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. Yes, her execution was carried out last month.
So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom.
Oh, damn.
What?
What?
I died once.
Has Godot suddenly changed ever since the name was spoken?
Order.
Wait a moment. How can you... My sister, she's already dead. What kind of...
You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the crane channeling technique flows within that body.
That is true, they are related.
The crane channeling technique. Now, where have I heard that?
Phoenix is already on it. He
Yep.
already knows it's Maya. That's right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be challenged by someone on the very night of the murder to a temple where her twin sister Iris was? Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens.
Yeah. No.
That sure was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions.
What's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple. Two of them.
Oh.
Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you even know what you're saying, Trite? This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true you found plans to talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris. What? What? Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. Yeet.
And you
It was
didn't do
later
that.
that the body was moved by pendulum. That's right. Naturally, that would mean that the iris that received the body was the real iris. Are you with me so far? Yeah. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center. Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
Whew, thank goodness. Looks like he's finally convinced.
But something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the iris here is the same one from the other night. I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. She did break free from Edgeworth in the forest and then magically reappear. Like the real iris and the spirit of Dahlia. Somehow switch places.
Switch places?
Which means the iris is super in on this.
Like Parent Trap?
Oh, god damn it. Like Freaky Friday?
I love that movie. To be perfectly honest, it's the best movie of all time. There's still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know. And unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia.
No.
Which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
There was one. A very specific one that rings a bell. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
Yep.
Unknown? What do you mean?
Edgeworth can testify to
What
that.
I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that?
I mean, not on purpose, but I'm sorry, Edgy boy. We're gonna have, are you gonna have to sit on that witness stand, buddy? I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris a chance to freely move about was,
Sorry, Edgeworth.
where's he at? Are you okay? There you are. Thank you, buddy.
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake?
Earthquake! Oh my goodness! The inner temple! This kind of tremor might... I've done her voice in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah...
How could I have? She fled. She escaped.
Then he beat himself the fuck up over it.
We went to their temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
That's why Morlocks appeared on there.
That's what I was saying, is that they don't want them to get in there because they realize
Yeah.
that Maya's not there because Maya's the one that's with us right now.
No, either that or Maya's still in there and she didn't want her to get out.
The point we've been saying is that who else could channel Dahlia?
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no other person literally in the game that
Listen.
could channel her.
I'm running on very low sleep.
I know, we both are.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here.
Yes?
No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of channeling spirit.
Uh-oh.
Who's that?
Oh, crap.
I don't know. Oh.
We know that.
Be quiet. It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
That voice?
Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. It's one of my rules.
There's that music. Dahlia Hawthorne, and my current profession? Permanently retired.
Bitch. Huh. So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. Oh, Jesus.
Holy shit.
There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
What is going on here?
Oh boy.
She's like, bitch, I'm already dead. What more you gonna do?
Like, she's literally just like kidnapped Maya's body. Dahlia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again. I never thought we'd meet like this. Can I get an exorcist in here?
Yeah.
Someone? Thank you.
The power of Christ compels you.
I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time I'll end it. For her and for myself.
Ooh-wee, goddamn.
Whew. Ya cunt.
I mean, Godot has some beef with her, too.
Yeah, that should make this interesting.
Yeah. Thanks to that one case where he ended up assisting a dude to kill himself by accident.
Yeah.
Because of her.
Yeah. And by technicality, losing that case with Mia.
Yeah.
You know, he has a lot on the table riding with this woman, so.
Yep. Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness.
Yes? How can I help you, Mr. Judge?
Well, seems that if we're to learn the truth, we need to hear your testimony.
I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown.
Can you not with that face, please?
In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man.
That is resting bitch face right there.
Yeah.
The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. Oh, that's not cool.
Wow.
The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway.
Jesus.
So that means that you really are...
Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fay?
Yes, you have a problem with that?
Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way that... Watch yourself, Trite.
He's like, I need more coffee.
If you got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. It's one of my rules.
He's pretty much telling us to take her down.
Yeah.
Mr. Godot's correct. By the way, that's one of my rules as well.
To kill Maya. Could it be true?
I
mean, she's right there. I mean, does Phoenix not know this somehow? Okay, buddy. Oh, man, yeah, my death. We'll go and press this one. You're talking about Pearl
Wait,
Fay.
that means that she meant to get convicted?
The point behind the plan, as she was saying, is that she was going to get Iris convicted so that Pearl
But
would
no,
be
she meant to get convicted and executed.
No, I think they're saying that
or is it just a coincidence?
It was the fact that she died is when Morgan hatched this plan.
No.
Yeah. Because I mean, Dahlia's been in prison this whole time, so when Morgan came in, she was probably like, "You're gonna go to death soon, and I'm gonna take advantage of that."
That is fucked up.
She's a bit of a bitch. Anyways, we're talking about Pearl Fay. Is that correct?
Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us.
You and your twin sister Iris.
That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had that much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father.
Abandoned?
The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple.
You mean Iris?
Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right?
Jesus, fuck.
And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general.
How horrible!
The really horrible one was that woman, that bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power, unfortunately for her. Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family. Jeez.
Oh boy. Alright. So about Maya Fey dying. Maya would have to die? But why?
For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master, the remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of.
But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya.
How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all.
That's ridiculous.
She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fey as well.
How can anyone do that?
Jeez.
Here's me to kill an Iris. You were going to kill Maya?
Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was to follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I'd have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead and there's nothing any of you can do to me.
So the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin. On Sister Iris of Azakura Temple.
She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart.
So you go bitch mode like this.
If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think I was Iris that had done it.
And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini.
I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway.
But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she?
Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her.
Backstabber?
What?
Remember, she didn't help with the plan or something like that?
You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway.
Plan went wrong, blah, 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 blah. Do you think the plan was a success?
You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of Master will pass on to Pearl Fey. He's like, what?
That's absurd. But Maya's she's just trapped inside the sacred cavern.
Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you, my darling Feeny? Eesh. Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I have despised you. Your sniveling naivety and your pathetic faith in other people.
Can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. I've got to keep a cool head. And I need to get more information out of her. It's the only way to understand this plan and what she has after her. What she did.
Whoa, you okay? And what she was after
okay.
as well.
Alright, I'll just press the first part because it's the only way I didn't press, so. You were executed last month, correct?
Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant.
How did you manage to discuss the plan? When did you talk with Morgan Fay?
Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her.
I see. So that's when you discussed the plan?
Ha! Are you crazy? At first, the woman was planning to kill me as well.
Jesus.
Even though I'm her own daughter.
All to make Pearl Fay the master of Karain?
Christ. She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister Misty took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan.
A plan, huh?
I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fay's plan?
Ooh, music's gone. I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of.
If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya?
You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. You may not even be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that.
So then tell me, why?
Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction.
What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead?
But why? Just to spite us, maybe? I don't know.
Well, they unlocked that one for me now.
Do you understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? What my goal was?
Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Fey.
Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious.
So she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan in her plan so she could accomplish her own goal.
All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. That was the only way I could think of to get revenge. On us, maybe?
Looks like I have no choice but to resent that piece of evidence. Oh, okay. Alright, so... Okay, so I have a piece of evidence about why she would want to kill Maya.
That's not it.
Okay, not the hanging scroll. That's not gonna be it then. No. Nope, not feeling that one. Nope, I don't got that. Nope.
That maybe? No, because that would go with, like, Morgan's thing.
I've got nothing else. Did I save? I can't remember if I saved. I think I did, but I'm gonna go and save again. I mean, there's nothing that's substantial about what she would want to do about anything aside from...
Revenge? Would it be revenge on us?
I can't even present myself, so it can't be me.
No.
Huh. Why would kill Maya Fey now?
Maybe Mia? Because that's her sister?
You have a good point.
You know?
We eat it.
Look at me being smart!
Hey, there you go. Could it be? The actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself.
As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either.
You wanted to take revenge on someone?
I was sentenced to die because of that woman. Mia Fey.
I somehow knew this was
Boom! See, I have my moments. They're few and far between, but I have them.
Oh, you're fine.
I wanted to send her a message.
Oh, I got a weird chill hurts in my leg. Ow, 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 ow.
It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible? Was it perhaps because Maya Fey had already died?
Are you alright?
There's a Charlie horse in my cab.
Oh, this is bad timing. Do you want to wait?
No, we're good. Just keep it going.
Okay.
Keep it rolling.
Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead.
Charlie horses.
And how do you do that?
Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on. Forever.
Like a fucking
I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey.
You know what? I know exactly what's going on.
What?
And she has no idea.
What are you talking about?
Her intent was to kill Maya Fey.
Yeah?
But it was dark in that garden. And the plan was for her to be channeled by Pearls. But she wasn't. She instead was channeled by Maya for some reason and went to go kill Maya but that was instead
Her mom?
Misty.
Oh.
Because it was dark, so she was like, woman, long hair. Blech. That's my thought. Anyways, now that my Charlie horse is like at 10% now, there's a Misty face.
That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans.
Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fay.
The courtroom was like, what the fuck's going on?
Like, what the fuck is this shit show?
As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
You're both psychos.
Yeah.
What a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless.
Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you, there's not a thing you can do to me. That night, at about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world.
Okay, explain more.
I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon-warding hood.
Ironic enough, there's a demon inside it.
Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple.
So, it was at least Junim who channeled her after all.
This threw you.
Okay. So it was Elise who channeled her.
Oh, so that's why she fought Maya. Because that wasn't her mom.
Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, okay.
So
that ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing. Jesus. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back.
What did you do then?
That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
So then you're saying you stabbed Maya?
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that.
What does that mean? No clear memory.
I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed?
At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it.
That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a French fry with a plastic fork.
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end.
That's where my memory temporarily stops.
It stops? What?
I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands.
Hey, that's helpful.
My very last memory was... Well, that's a look we've never seen on her. Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern surrounded by darkness.
You're in the sacred cavern?
The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow I had been trapped in there.
But how'd you wind up in there?
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself.
Huh. For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it.
So then you're saying you're actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern?
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall.
What? Who?
Could it have been Maya?
Maybe Maya put those locks on there, but then where is she?
No.
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
The thing that they're going through right now, and like I kind of said earlier, is that we now know that at least Misty channeled her at first.
Yeah.
And then she went to attack Maya. That's granted. And that's so then she passed out afterwards and reawoke in the sacred cavern. I'm thinking that afterwards she was channeled by Maya this time and now has been taking Maya's body ever since. Because there's no one else that'd be in the sacred cavern anyways. She has no idea that she hasn't killed Maya because she is Maya. So
who does she think she's possessing right now?
I have no idea. She probably does. That's a good question. Who does she think she's possessing?
Yeah.
Why not?
Iris, maybe? If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern.
That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll and gravy.
Gravy roast.
That fucking thing.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock, but I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather. That's you.
The bridge had been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck?
After that big earthquake, she showed up all by herself.
The real Iris?
She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was alright. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation.
Yeah, so she's thrown the real Iris and yeeted her in there.
Oh, man.
God damn.
And I locked her away in my place.
Oh, God.
Iris, oh, fuck.
Cunt.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
I finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan I had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan had succeeded?
I'd misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Pearl Fay.
Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written on the instructions.
But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was Misty Fay, the picture book author.
What?
Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden. It was her body that was left lying there.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ. Maya Fay. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit.
And that is?
Matricide. The sin of killing her own mother.
No way!
Jesus.
Ah, shit.
Or is it matricide? I think it's matricide.
Order in the court. What is the meaning of this?
It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fay, but even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fay's life was none other than your darling little Maya. Ooh.
We're ridiculous. That's nonsense.
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fay has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Eh?
The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be.
Right here?
Where?
Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River, where else?
No, I refuse to believe that. Well, you know what? Next time we're going to get down to the bottom of this.
Hopefully not the bottom of the Eagle River.
No, I still think Dahlia is absolutely clueless as to who she is right now.
Because, like, she can't just be a ghost. She has to be being channeled by somebody.
Let's think about it. Misty, dead. Pearls, can't call her because someone else is channeling her. That leaves only one person, Maya. There's literally no one else. Alright, anyways, next time we'll get down to the bottom of this, not the Eagle River. Yeah, we're going in deja vu territory here. Holy shit, need to stop.